need to do that. Didn't need to do that. Why'd you do that? Stop it if you're a goaltender, tend the goal. If you're a goaltender, tend the goal. If you're a goaltender, consider tending the goal. I don't think we need to censor it, but it is funnier. Hello, friend, Steve Dangle here, and welcome to another edition of Steve's Dang-Its, presented by Advil, where we take a look at the biggest dang-its from around the NHL over the past week. And let's not waste any time. There's an epidemic of this going around the NHL. Brady Shea gets kicked in the
The skate comes up and catches him, we all know where, and you're worried to make sure there isn't a cut. And Doug Bennett just, I think, checked to make sure there wasn't. Cause for optimism that when you get hit right there, oftentimes it just knocks the wind right out of you, and it's intense pain.
There are layers to this. First and foremost, I want you to watch this again, but pay really close attention to the commentary.
You get hit right there, oftentimes it just knocks the wind right out of you, and it's intense pain, but it isn't anything long-lasting.
This, we like the in-depth analysis. Yeah. So that's the audio aspect of it. For the visual, I need you to show the bench. Producer Nick, can you show the bench? First of all, look at the genuine, I think Brady Shea just wiped away a tear, but also look at Jalen Chatfield next to him on the bench. That is a teammate and a guy who understands the pain of getting kicked in the After the game, Brady Shea was interviewed and had this to say.
Yeah, you know, it's a tough play, but it's obviously an accident. You just gotta go out there and give it 110%. Good knowing the boys have my back there on the bench, and give it 110%.
Thanks very much for your time.
Thank you, no problem.
That, would Advil help there? And I assume it would. Oh boy. Oh boy. Extra strength, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's a... It's a dang it. For our next dang it, in overtime, Tim Stützle makes the Ottawa Senators' chances of making the playoffs nosedive.
Ottawa win the draw, they control. Sanderson, he's back. Good to see.
They must have had a mouth guard in. Smart kid.
Oh, puck turned over to Gaudreau with Marchenko. Marchenko scores! Number 21! It's the game winner in overtime. 16 seconds in, the Jackets prevail.
But it's a turnover. A little confusion from Stützle as he loses that puck, and Johnny Gaudreau knows exactly where he's going with that one. Get it to Kirill, and John Gillies hasn't had a victory since 2021. And he gets in net here tonight, first time all season long in the National Hockey League. And there's Marchenko as he gets the puck. He just unloads it. Talbot.
You get it? Because Gallagher accused him of diving once and it's going to follow him forever. First and foremost, the tail. The thing that follows the puck around. What? Is that a dang it or a hat pick? Leave a comment in the comment box down below. But dude, that can't happen. That's a brutal giveaway. And it's a game the Sens needed against the Blue Jackets, man. That is a dang it. For our next dang it, it's actually a dang it hat pick hybrid, I think. Come for the dang it, stay for the hat pick. I'll tell you the dang it now. It's a giveaway from Nick Schmaltz.
Nick Schmaltz with 8 assists in his last 7 games. Third career 50-point season taken away. Here's a chance. Chris Colo scores.
That is in good control. There's the turnover, and there's Nemeth. Falls down, and that's an absolute dart. Top glove. And the San Jose Sharks, what a start to this hockey game.
And that's the first NHL goal for Kyle.
Oh, what a dang it. Can you believe that? Can you believe what you just saw? An actual NHL game that counts being played in an arena that only seats 5,000? Why are we all sitting here like this is normal? How is this allowed? No other team would be allowed to get away with this. Does anyone else see what I'm talking about? Am I taking crazy pills? Oh, and also the giveaway from Nick Schmaltz. Come on. But I do want to shout out the hat pick. So that giveaway from Nick Schmaltz was bad. The goal by Kyle Criscuolo of Southampton, New Jersey. Southampton. I don't know why my face said it that way. Anyway, Kyle Criscuolo, that was his first career NHL goal at age 30! That was only his 16th NHL game in his very long pro career. He's 30 years old, finally got his first goal in the show. Dude's gonna turn 31 May 5th in less than a month. Listen, if you play pro hockey at any level, you're the top 1% of the 1% in terms of hockey players on the planet. But even if you're one of those top 1% of the 1%, if you haven't scored your first NHL goal by a certain age, you probably assume it's never gonna happen. That never happened for Kyle Criscuolo. So first NHL goal, that's a hat pick. Born from a dang it. For our next dang it, it says here a giveaway from Nick Suzuki. Well, let's see.
Duclair with a takeaway. Got it out to center midway through the third period. Shots in the third, two apiece. Lundell with a steal. All alone in front, makes a great move, and he scores!
Has been outstanding. Look at, he just strips that puck away, goes in, and oh boy. Sam Montembeault looking for his wallet right there. Goes forehand, backhand, forehand, and there it is, a wide open goal. Good display of skill as Suzuki coughed it up. And that was the goal that the Panthers were looking for.
That's a dang it? Nick. Oh, producer Nick is being naive on this one. Dude, have you ever seen Nick Suzuki play? He's pretty good. The captain of the Montreal Canadiens is showing true leadership on this play. Suck hard for Bedard. This guy is trying to ensure the future of the Montreal Canadiens, and that's true leadership. That's not a dang it. Pretty bad giveaway, though. He almost made me believe it was an accident. For our next dang it, I want to remind everyone that the St. Louis Blues won the Stanley Cup in 2019. That being said, watch this clip of all the St. Louis Blues playing hockey for the first time.
Nashville stretch it to 4-0 after 2. A late surge by the Blues in the second period. Here's a steal by Trennan. Save made by Price. Rebound. They score!
This is just good positioning right here. Parayko tries to go across. Look at the stick come out at the end. He was anticipating that. One shot, big save by Grice. But the Yak stays with it. Look at the poise. He's just going to wrap it around. I think it might go off the Blues defenseman twice.
I mean, what do you point out there? The standing still, the bumping into each other, the giving it away, the sprawling over, the looking confused, the looking sad, the fishing the puck out of your net. It's the Blues season in a nutshell. That's a dang it. This next dang it is... it's the play and it's the context, and I'm so mad! Felix Sandstrom, if you're a goaltender, tend the goal!
Then we play on. Randstrom, long pass. Sanheim did not get that. Giroux able to tip it deep into the zone. Sandstrom gives it away to DeBrincat, and he scores!
They did not generate a lot of offense in. They just miss at one end of the ice. Ristolainen rings it off the goalpost. Sandstrom turns it over there, and both Sanheim and Sandstrom in desperation mode trying to get back and block that shot by DeBrincat. They're not able to get in the way of it, and the Senators escape with a win here after the Flyers battled all the way back.
Ah! You didn't need to do that. Didn't need to do that. Why'd you do that? Stop it if you're a goaltender, tend the goal. If you're a goaltender, tend the goal. If you're a goaltender, consider tending the goal. Here's the frustrating, heartbreaking part of that. Rewatch the clip. Here, I'll show the clip again. It's 4-4 in overtime. Look at the shots. 45 to 11! The shots were 45 to 11, and it was 4-4 in overtime. Make no mistake, you are the only reason that game is in overtime. You've made 41 saves on 45 shots while your team has only mustered 11. And somehow they have scored on more than 1/3 of their shots. Math. And you're the one who blows it. You're simultaneously your team's best player and the reason they lost. How do you pull that off? That's a dang it. Now this next dang it was actually in hat picks. I missed an easy one, and the reason I missed it is Joel Eriksson-Ek on this play is pretty good. He's got great hustle, great assist, but I was focusing way too much on him and not enough on Alexander Georgiev and the idea that if you're a goaltender, tend the goal!
McKinnon had it taken away by Johansson. Pass deflected in by Eriksson Ek. Georgiev gives it away. Puck off the stick of Boldy. Kept alive by the Wild. Pass comes across. Johansson scores!
Extra defenseman out here. He takes a look. He never looks over his left shoulder. And now all of a sudden, it's a fire drill, and Ek with a beautiful pass between the legs. And Johansson, instead of saying outside the dots, Jonesy, he gets inside and has himself a goal. Yeah, beautiful pass and a nice finish by Johansson. That's the wrong line to turn the puck over these days.
Like, just count. Just do a quick count. That's the number? So that, by math, that means there's no one behind me who's friendly. That is a dang it. For our next dang it, you ever do all the right things and all the bad things happen? That's exactly what happens to McNabb.
With room, Novak down to Glass. Glass out in Boston. It caroms in the game winner. It looked like it hit Brayden McNabb.
But they hung around. They get the opportunity in overtime. They work it down low. There's no one-timer options on this power play. And Glass recognizing that he's got a backdoor option to Tomasino, but also I think he sees that McNabb's skate is presenting.
No. You cannot convince me Tomasino didn't do that on purpose. By the way, speaking of Tomasino, the average age of the Nashville Predators top 6 is like 15. How are they doing this? But also, clever little play, McNabb trying to cut off the pass, and he does, but unfortunately, he creates the goal. That's a dang it. For our next dang it, I'm not even gonna read the whole thing. Producer Nick, I've never seen this, so we're throwing it out there. We're gonna do a live watch along. He said my favorite dang it of the week. Let's watch.
Flyers are 14 points out of a playoff spot. Here's a heavy drive from Rakell.
What? What happened? I have absolutely no idea what happened. Okay.
What a setup here, Bobby. Great face-off.
Is that Kobe Armstrong on the...
Both ways, and it goes off the glove.
That is absolutely a dang it.
Can you believe that?
That's... Dude. That's horrible luck. And he sees it coming too. No! That's hilarious because Rickard Rakell's shot there in itself is a dang it. Like, he misses the net by 19 feet. That shot would have missed a soccer net, and it still ends up being a goal. That should be a goal and not a shot on goal. Look, if you miss the net, it's not a shot on goal. But it bounces up and hits the goalie in the back, and it goes in the net. Absolutely a dang it for the Flyers. And it's a hat pick born from a dang it for the Penguins. This next dang it and last dang it, I'm gonna read Nick's explanation, producer Nick's explanation in full. So delayed call for high stick, refs review it and change it to a double minor, then review it again and determine there was no high stick. Right call, but to get there, holy
picking up his 5th helper in the last 3 games. Pavelski getting his 4th straight game with a goal, a new season high. Another penalty coming up here is Dellandrea.
A power play for the Stars. Down in the corner, man, he took the butt in right in the lips. He's the most physical Stars forward, and Ty Dellandrea also takes his share of thumps and lumps and took one right in the mush there. It's a double minor because of the injury, and you can see him bleeding. It's probably a reopening of that cut from when he got in the scrap, stepped in for Luke Glendening. So they'll have a look at that down there just to make sure. He'll try to stop the luscious Kruvy from flowing from the nasal cavity.
John Hines wants an explanation as they look at this, and we're going to get our verdict here quickly.
After reviewing the play, it was a hand. This is not a high stick. There's no penalty on the play.
So they're going to say it was the glove, not the stick.
And this is interesting because the fact that it was moved to a double minor is the only reason that this became challengeable. Yeah. But they put in that rule a while ago that if it's more than a single minor, they can review it to make sure they have the correct call. And there's no penalty for a glove to the face, inadvertent, that opens up like that. If it's the glove and not the butt end, it's a high stick. If this was a single minor, they wouldn't have the ability to go back and look. The 4 minutes actually turns into no minutes.
What? Dude, you gotta love the reaction of everyone in attendance. They announce the 4 minutes and everyone's like, yeah! And then in front of the home crowd, they go, actually, it's no penalty. And everyone goes, I beg your pardon, what? Like, it's not even like anger and yelling and booing. It's just no one knows what's going on. And I've talked about this many times in Steve's Dang It's. There are so many decisions where literally no one knows what's happening. And it's not the fans, it's not the paying audience's fault. But it's amazing. Here's exactly what should have happened. Here's what could have been advantageous to the Stars. Dellandrea, I think, basically skates face first into Stastny's glove. Like Stastny's trying to get a puck. I don't really know what he's supposed to do there, but doesn't matter. Let's say it is a penalty, right? So Dellandrea, there's a penalty called. And he's bleeding. So he's like, that's supposed to be 2 penalties. And he shows the refs and they go, you're right, that is supposed to be 2 penalties. But when it's a double minor, you're allowed to review it. If you don't show him the blood, there's no double minor and you can't review it. And the call's just wrong. And then you get a 2-minute power play and you have an opportunity to take a 4-0 lead. But because you said, hey, look, blood, and it's supposed to be 4 minutes, they're able to review it. They see that you basically just like headbutted a dude's hand and you're not supposed to do that. And they take the whole thing away. I gotta say, it's not gonna be the last time that happens, and teams are gonna get smart. And if a player is bleeding, they're gonna ask, are you sure? And if the player is not, they're not even gonna show the ref. Because it's better to have 1 penalty than none. Makes sense, right? Yeah, you get it? Okay, good. That's a dang it. So that is it for this edition of Steve's Dang It's presented by Advil. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. It's a penalty. Actually, it's 2 penalties. Actually, it's none.